Face the Nation moderator and CBS News political director John Dickerson is in Washington. Good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
So with the new status for Ben Carson, what should we expect and what is the challenge for him first?
Well, he should expect some hot attention from Donald Trump tonight. Yes. And it's interesting. The Carson challenge for Trump is different than the others. With other candidates, Donald Trump has attacked them almost for sport. They've come after him, and he's dispatched them in the kind of combat he enjoys. It seems that he sees Carson as a threat, both in Iowa and in our poll nationally, and he needs to go after Carson, which is different. Carson is beloved by a lot of the same people that like Donald Trump. So he represents a different kind of candidate. We'll see how Trump takes him on. And also Carson does something different than the other candidates, which is he doesn't engage. He mostly gets out of the way when Donald Trump attacks him. And that's something Donald Trump may or may not be able to handle as well. It's just different for him.
So we're 100 days away from the Iowa caucuses, 15 candidates still in the running. Is this make or break time for anybody in particular tonight?
Well, Jeb Bush has some big challenges tonight because this is the third debate for him. And the people who are writing checks to his campaign want to see a little more from Jeb Bush. He's very far back in the polls, and the non-Donald Trump wing of the Republican Party, the kind of more establishment, for lack of a better term, wing of the party is looking for a candidate. That was supposed to be Jeb Bush. Jeb Bush has not stepped into that role, so he has a lot to show tonight.
John, our CBS New York Times poll showed that 7 out of 10 Republican primary voters are not sure they've made up their mind yet. Does that suggest that this race could still shake up a great deal?
Oh, yes. And we've seen that in the past where candidates were at the top of the polls, both in 2012, but also in 2008, and then they just totally disappeared. And so we should see a lot of shaking out. And there is an opportunity for a candidate who's lower in the polls to kind of make their mark, grab a moment. And so there should, that's something to watch in addition to the Carson-Trump back and forth.
Right. At this stage of the campaign 4 years ago, wasn't Herman Cain in first place?
You had Herman Cain had his moment. Michelle Bachmann had her moment. Then before that, Rudy Giuliani was the head of the polls, and then he completely disappeared from the map. So, yes, there's a lot of opportunity here for other candidates, and that's why a lot of them are still staying in the race, even though they are in single digits and have been stuck there for a long time.
Good information, John Dickerson. Thank you so much. And John will moderate next month's CBS News Democratic presidential debate. You can see it on November 14th at 9 p.m., 8 Central. That's right here on CBS.